What's going on YouTube? So today I'm here to bring you a fun build. This is the updated version of my 6-pet hybrid MagSorc build, optimized for the Lost Depths DLC patch. So this build is super fun to play and funny to watch an army of pets cause a ton of visual clutter. And as with all of these pet builds, please keep in mind that these kinds of builds are super visually distracting and thus can result from you getting kicked from groups, so please use this build with caution. Anyways, with that being said, here we go. So starting off in the character sheet, I have 64 points in a Magicka and I'm running the Thief Mundus. For the race, I'm a High Elf. I think High Elves are probably the best in terms of race for Magicka DPS right now. For the food, we're going to be running Clockwork Citrus Fillet for any hard content. For a cheaper and easier to acquire option, it would be running Witch Mother's Potent Brew. And lastly, if you need more sustain or you're parsing, then Ghastly Eyeball is always the go-to. So for the potions, we're going to keep it simple and just run Essence of Spell Power because we don't have access to any of these buffs. These include Major Sorcery, Major Prophecy, and Major Intellect. Please keep in mind these potions do cost a little bit to make, so make sure you have 3 points in medicinal use to benefit from the full duration of the potions. So for CP, for the blue tree, we're going to be running Exploiter, Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, Wrathful Strikes. And for the red tree, Balanced Vitality, Fortified, Rejuvenation, and Siphoning Spells. So for the gear, we're going to be running 5 pieces of Defiler, paired with 5 pieces of Aegis Collar, 2-piece Mauled Inferno, and 1-piece Harpooner's Waiting Kill. So breaking it down, in the main hand, we have a Defiler's Dagger Nirnhone with a flame damage enchant. In the offhand, Aegis Collar Dagger charged with a poison damage enchant. On the back bar, an Aegis Collar Greatsword infused with a weapon damage enchant. For the head and shoulders, we have 2 pieces of Mauled Inferno, both in light, in Divines with Max Mag enchants. And for the chest, waist, hands, feet, we have 4 pieces of Defiler Body, all in Divines with Max Mag enchants. And for the pants, we have Harpooner's Waiting Kill in Divines with a Max Mag enchant as well. And for the jewelry, we're running 3 pieces of Aegis Collar, all traded in Bloodthirsty with spell damage enchant. So for skills, we're going to be running Daedric Prey, Crystal Fragments, Mage's Wrath, Volatile Familiar, Twilight Tormentor, and Greater Storm Atronach. On the back bar, Stampede, Hurricane, Barbed Trap, Volatile Familiar, Twilight Tormentor, and Power Overload. So for the rotation, we're going to be running a dynamic rotation, meaning we're going to be casting skills as soon as they expire and in a priority fashion. So your number 1 priority would be Daedric Prey, and then Barbed Trap, and then Volatile Familiar, and then Hurricane and Stampede. And then when you don't have anything else to cast, just use your Crystal Fragments. In terms of your Greater Storm Atronach, make sure you drop that whenever you have ultimate. So the reason why we're running Power Overload is we're going to burn our ultimate when we start off with 500 ultimate and cast Greater Storm Atronach before you reach below 170. At 20%, you can cast Mage's Wrath instead of Crystal Fragments, and you should be good to go. So closing thoughts, first up, the pre-buff rotation I used was I started off with Power Overload, Twilight Tormentor, Volatile Familiar, Hurricane, and then I started off with Trap Beast. And then once I hit about 200 ult, I dropped Greater Storm Atronach so that my Power Overload didn't burn too much ultimate and I had enough for Storm Atronach. So for gear alternatives, we are running medium armor, so we do require penetration. And if you don't want to deal with that, you can always swap out the body for a different set. The only set that I can think of that's light armor that actually has like a quote-unquote pet spawn, even though it's not really a pet, is Morgulden. It's crafted and you can make it in light if you prefer that instead. And if you don't want to run 2-hander back bar, you can run an Inferno Staff and just run Unstable Wall instead of Stampede. And I think that wraps it up. As always, thanks for watching the video. If any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. We also do have a Discord, so if you want to ask your questions there, come join our Discord. There's also a Discord for PlayStation players if you want to join a community Discord. Link will be right below my personal Discord. And as per usual, there'll be a parse and outfit section right after this. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.